evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?
Welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise on Madden 22. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. It is almost time for Week 4 action. We're pretty much ready to play that game, but I remembered that I forgot to go over the stats from this Dolphins disaster of a game. We got beat pretty handily. It pretty much looks like we trailed all game. No turnovers. Honestly, our defense wasn't really that bad. Our offense just wasn't very good in this one. So, taking a look at the offensive situation, they had the rookie QB James Hamilton come in, throw a completed pass for 13 yards, but Tua did a pretty good job for them. He was, 16 for 21, 211 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions or sacks. And then Brett Morris was all right, 20 for 33 isn't that bad. 238 yards is not terrible either. He was not picked off, but again, no touchdowns, and he was sacked once. Now, this is where we struggled, apparently. Melvin Gordon getting some revenge against his old team who let him go. He got 85 yards on 22 carries and 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams just 31 yards on 10 touches. He did score a touchdown, but that's just not very good production on the ground for this team, and we've got to be better than that. Jalen Waddle, I think this guy is going to be a really good player in the NFL, especially if he gets out of Miami and goes somewhere where there's a quarterback who can throw him the football with consistency. Jerry Jeudy, a solid day. Cortland Sutton was pretty solid. Mike Gesicki was all right. Traquan Smith, 2 catches for 43 yards. Tim Patrick, 3 catches, 38 yards. Noah Fant, 3 for 37. We kind of held Devontae Parker in check, just 2 catches, 18 yards. But at this point in his career, he might actually be getting up there in age, now his 9th year in the NFL. Defensively, McPherson had a nice day with 13 tackles. Draymond Jones, 10 tackles, including 3 of them for a loss. So a really good day for him on the D-line. For sacks, there were no sacks by either team. Actually, I'm looking at tackles for loss. I was going to say, I thought there was 1 sack, and there was for Andy George, second-year defensive end out of UConn. And then there were no interceptions, so nothing much to look at there. McManus hit a 49-yarder and an extra point. Jason Sanders, 4 extra points, no field goal tries. Gervasi punting an average of 60 yards for 3 kicks, so a great day for the rookie. He was probably our MVP on the day. And then they got decent play out of their punter. I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name there. Siposs. It's Aaron Siposs. That is a weird name to spell, or weird way to spell Aaron. Like, come on, man. Alright. So, regardless of the stats, we lost, and it's disappointing. But at least we didn't lose because we were sloppy. We just didn't run the ball well, is pretty much the only thing that it looks like our team, kind of struggled with. Our defense was okay. We didn't get any sacks or turnovers. But it also looks like we didn't give up any huge plays or whatever that cost us. But again, it's a loss, but it's not an ugly loss. It's just one that's kind of disappointing because it's to the Dolphins. But let's get a bounce-back win here against the Chargers. We're going out to Mile High Stadium, 2-1 versus 2-1, and it's Week 4 action coming at you after this. And here we go out to Mile High Stadium. It's a matchup of AFC West rivals, the Chargers and the Broncos. It's Denver and LA with Brett Morris at the helm, Justin Herbert, a couple of young quarterbacks going at it head-to-head here, and the Broncos are going to receive first. It's a short kick taken by Corey Bryant from about the 7-yard line, and he's going to bring this out across the 30 to 31. It's a pretty good starting position for the Broncos. and we will get a look at the numbers for Brett Morris so far here early in the season. He's got 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and just about 750 yards in the early portion of the season. Now 1st and 10 from the 43, swings it outside to the rookie Stevenson. He's going to have it out across the 43, or out across midfield rather, to the other 43. And a new set of downs for Denver now on 3rd and 3 up the middle with Javonte Williams. He's got it down to the 22. Injured on the play is Lewis for the Chargers, but it's a first down for the Broncos. Now 3rd and 8. Morris looking to throw, has plenty of time. He's going to send it outside to Tim Patrick. Hit him in the hands on the jump ball, but he could not hang on. It's incomplete, and McManus on to try the 37-yard field goal, which is good. And the Broncos grab an early lead, 3-0, but it could have been 7 had Patrick held on to that pass. Now here come the Chargers, as it's going to be Justin Herbert. He's got 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and over 600 yards so far this season. But he has not played very well against the Broncos the last couple of years, and he's going to hit Fuller here out to the 36-yard line, and Lindsley is injured on the play, but that would give him a new set of downs. Now 2nd and 5 from the 41. They keep it on the ground with Austin Eckler. He's got a big hole there and into Denver territory, down to the 39-yard line, and a gain of 20 on the play. Now 3rd and 1 from the 31. They give to Eckler again. He's going to have the first down, brought down by McPherson. Another Chargers offensive lineman injured on that play, so maybe that becomes a storyline. But now 3rd and 1 from the 18, and it's the rookie McPherson coming up the middle and dropping Eckler for a loss on the play. And the Chargers are going to have to settle for a field goal themselves, as they're going to try one from 37 yards. It is good from Robbie Gould, and we are tied at 3 early in this one. Ensuing possession, Brett Morris on 1st down. He's going to swing it across the middle to Noah Pham, wide open, and he's got room to run. But he is going to lose the football, and the Chargers going to recover, and they are going to have great field position here, starting inside Denver territory at the 40-yard line, or 43-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 here. Herbert on the option. He's going to keep it and then makes a man miss, takes it all the way down to the 18-yard line, a gain of 20 yards on the play. Now about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Chargers are threatening, but now 3rd and 3. They go play action. Herbert looking to throw, has plenty of time, holds on to it, but he is going to eventually find Hayden Hurst for the touchdown. He had to come back to the football. Great pass protection there as the Broncos were blitzing. They picked it up, and eventually Hurst able to find some open space and has the touchdown to give the Chargers the 10-3 lead. Now 2nd and inches on the ensuing drive. Tariq Cohen around the edge. He's getting 16 yards on that one, and they're into Chargers territory just like that. Now 2nd and 10 from the 38. It's going to be Jerry Jeudy wide open, and he's going to take that down to the 22-yard line. Out of bounds, and a new set of downs for the Broncos. Now 2nd and 6 up the middle with Javonte Williams. Nice job cutting it back, and he's going to take that one down to the 7-yard line, and it's 1st and goal with the Chargers, or the Broncos rather, threatening to maybe tie this thing. Moore's going to roll out here, eventually going to find Jerry Jeudy, who is then going to fight his way into the end zone. Bosa could not bring him down, and that is going to tie this thing up at 10. With 10:10 left to go in the half, the score is 10-10. And that's the first touchdown of the day from Brett Morris and the Broncos. And now on the ensuing drive, Brett Morris looking to throw. He's going to go over the middle and have it to Mike Williams, who's going to break a tackle and take it out to the 43. A pickup of 16 and a first down. Now 3rd and 14. Herbert looking to throw, has some time, has to swing it outside. That is caught, but they don't get much, and they would have to punt. So now 4th and 12. They're going to send it away deep to Corey Bryant. He's going to field this one at about the 7-yard line and is tackled almost immediately. So a very good job by the Chargers special teams in coverage there. And the Broncos will have to start from their own 10. Now 3rd and 10 from the 24. Down the middle to Jerry Jeudy. He was pretty well covered, but hangs on to it and has the first down out to the 35-yard line. Now 1st and 10 out at the 48. Morris looking to throw, but he is going to be hit from behind by Nwasu and brought down for the sack, and a loss of 7 on the play would set up 2nd down and 17. Morris now looking to throw again, going to try to roll out, but Murray comes in unblocked, and they're going to get him again. Another sack, and a big loss on that one sets up now 3rd down and 28. and the Broncos would eventually have to punt it away. Now on the ensuing drive, it's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit Keenan Allen, who gets just crushed by Justin Simmons, but hangs onto the football, and a first down out at the 45. Next play, it's Herbert looking to throw, swings it outside to Chase Edmonds, who makes a man miss and takes it all the way down to the 33-yard line. A nice gain there as he shows a little bit of burst there. And it's 1st and 10 at the 33. Herbert down, or looking outside to Keenan Allen on the corner route. He is just wide open for the 33-yard touchdown. And LA going to get a late lead here with 1:28 to go in the half. They take it into the end zone to make it 17-10, and Brett Moore's trying to fire up the troops to maybe get some points here late in the half. 2nd and 8 on the ensuing drive, just dumps it off to Stevenson. Looks like he's got the first down and gets out of bounds out of the 40-yard line. So they're on the move here, 1st and 10. Next play, it's Morris going to swing it over to Fant. He's going to try and get out of bounds here, but then fighting off some tacklers actually stays in bounds but gets 10 yards on the play. The Broncos will use a timeout, and they're at midfield. Now, 1st and 10 at about the 49-yard line. Morris with some time, throwing it outside. It's caught by Fant. Dangerous throw there. They only get 6 yards and have to use another timeout. Now it's 2nd down and 5. Morris looking to throw. Down the middle, he has it to Cortland Sutton on the slant, and that's going to get him into field goal range at the 29. Now they go play action, and he's going to go deep for Noah Fant on the corner route, but he is going to just miss on the jump ball, and it's Asante Samuel coming over to make a sensational catch. Gets the feet down along the sideline, and it's an interception late there in the half. And that's going to be basically the last play of the half, as the Chargers will just kneel it. And it's going to be 17-10 at the half. Both teams moving the football okay, but turnovers the story in this one, as it was the last time these two teams met, as the Broncos have turned it over twice and they trail by 7. This is the Thursday night game, so we're just basically looking at the schedule here at some of the matchups around the league. They're highlighting the Cowboys and Giants there. But as we look around the AFC West, it's the Raiders at home against the Patriots. The Chiefs have to go on the road to take on the Bills, and that should be a tough one for them. And then the Sunday night game is the Seahawks and Washington. And Monday night would feature the Lions and the Vikings. Now 2nd down and 4 with some third quarter action. He's going to hit Austin Eckler down the middle. That's good for a first down out to the 45-yard line. And Justin Herbert has been pretty sharp outside of the couple of times that he was sacked so far in this one. And that's going to become a theme here now in the second half as he holds on to this one too long. And Draymond Jones up the middle, eventually going to drop him, and that would make it 4th down and long. They would punt now on the ensuing drive. It's Tariq Cohen on that stretch run again, and this time he's going to break another big one. A foot race down the sideline, and he's got it down to the 38. A huge pickup there, and he now has 63 yards on just 3 carries on the ground for the Broncos. Now 3rd and inches from the 29. They go right up the middle with Williams. A big hole there for him, and he's got 10 yards and another set of downs. Now 3rd and goal from the 1. They go backwards a couple of yards here, trying to just punch it in with Williams. That is not going to work, and they're going to have to settle for a chip shot here. It's going to be a 20-yard field goal for McManus. The Broncos cut into the lead, but they still trail. It is 17-13, now 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. On the ground on 3rd and 5, it's Eckler. Looked like he might have been able to push forward for that first down, but McPherson just stands him up, drops him on his back a yard shy of the first down, and the Chargers would punt. Now 2nd and 3 on the ensuing drive. It's Noah Fant out across the midfield down to the 48-yard line, and that's going to set up another first down for the Broncos. Now 3rd and 5 from the 26. It's Morris trying to squeeze one in to Hamler there. Threw it into coverage, and it is picked off again, this time by Wallace. Another turnover. That one, again, going to take some points off the board as they were in field goal range, and the Chargers get the ball back. But on the ensuing drive, it's 3rd down and 1, and they are unable to convert. A nice play there by Draymond Jones coming up with the tackle. No gain, and they would punt again. So now the Broncos with a chance to maybe take the lead if they can get a touchdown. It's Alberto, catches that one, takes it out to midfield, a gain of 13. Now it's 3rd and inches, and they keep it on the ground with Williams. He fights off a tackle and takes it down to the 34. And the Broncos now back into field goal range and threatening here with about 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Now 1st and 10 from the 34. It's Cortland Sutton, complete down to the 22, a gain of 12. Now 1st down. They go to that stretch run again with Cohen, and again it is there as he's got 15 more yards. Give him 90 yards on just 6 carries in this ball game. An outstanding day for the veteran halfback. Now on 2nd and goal, it's Jerry Jeudy toe tapping in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. A late score here is going to put the Broncos out in front. The extra point would make it 20-17, a 3-point lead with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the ball game. Now on the ensuing drive, it's Herbert, 1st and 10. Plenty of time down the middle. He's going to have that out to Mike Williams, and that's good for a first down out to the 39-yard line. Now 3rd and 13, looking to throw. It's going to be complete to Will Fuller. He's got it out across the midfield to the 47-yard line. Herbert 20 for 23 at that point in the ball game, and looking sharp and hoping to get this ball down into field goal range. But now on 1st and 10, can't find anybody open. The Broncos blitzed there. The Chargers did a really good job picking it up, but nobody could get open anyway, and Josie Jewell eventually going to break loose and bring down Herbert for a loss of 12. And then on the next play, it's going to be James Webster, the rookie, just running over his man and immediately throwing Herbert to the ground for a loss of 10. It would be 2nd or 3rd and long at that point, and they would end up having to punt. Now on the ensuing drive, it's 3rd down and 3 inside the 2-minute warning, and that is good for the first down. The Chargers have to use their first timeout. Now on 3rd down again, they go play action, 3rd and 3. They are going to throw it, and Noah Fant makes the catch down the sideline. He went out of bounds, but it doesn't matter because the Chargers are out of timeouts. That would set up first down, and they would just kneel it a few times to win this one. A tight ball game here in Denver, but the Broncos managed to win this one despite the issues with the turnovers. Yet again, same storyline as the last time these two teams met, as the offense was clicking, but the turnovers kind of kept things interesting. Look at those rushing yards for the Broncos, 224 yards on the ground for the day, and they held the Chargers to just 115 or 215 yards of total offense on the afternoon. We'll take a look at the numbers here. Herbert threw for 197, but was sacked a bunch of times and for big losses. Brett Morris 22 for 32, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. And then Herbert was sharp, just 20 of 24 for 197 yards and 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough. Now, Javonte Williams, a solid day, 20 carries for 108 yards. Eckler was bottled up all afternoon. Trey Stevenson played really well, the second-year back out of Florida. Had a couple of nice receptions. Tariq Cohen, 6 carries, 90 yards, as we talked about earlier. And then we look at the receiving numbers here. Hayden Hurst, 7 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Noah Fant, a nice day, except for the fumble. He had 6 carries and 77 yards. Jerry Jeudy, just 5 catches for 40 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns on the afternoon. Javonte Williams, a couple of catches. We pretty much spread it out outside of those guys that we've already covered there, so nothing real earth-shattering statistically the rest of the way down. Defensively, Kaiser White with 15 tackles. Kenneth Murray Jr. had 11, and then McPherson led the Denver Broncos with 10 tackles, including 2 for a loss. And when we look at sacks, Josie Jewell had 1, Draymond Jones, and James Webster. Those were the only 3, but they were all big ones there in the second half. And then Kenneth Murray and Nwasu came up with sacks for the Broncos. Asante Samuel had an interception, as did Levi Wallace. Take a look at the kicking numbers. McManus 2 for 2, a couple of chip shots and a couple of extra points. And then the same thing for Robbie Gould, but just 1 field goal to his resume for the day. Thomas Morstead punted 5 times for an average of about 40 yards. Gervasi just 1 punt. It was a 46-yarder, brought back 10 yards for a net of 20 or 36, and the Broncos win this one by 3, 20-17. So it wasn't pretty with the turnovers, but we get the job done in week 4, improved to 3-1 on the season, and for the second time in a row, we have a game against the Chargers where we didn't exactly execute fundamentally, with regard to the turnovers, but we find a way to win, and mostly because our defense has just owned them. We win on the short week, although we didn't get the 4 touchdowns that they were asking us to get. With this QB check-in thing, again, I don't think we get any advantage or bonus from this one either, but it's okay. We're 3-1. All that matters is that this team is playing pretty well. Brett Morris off to maybe a little bit of a slow start statistically, but we're 3-1. Like, wins and losses are all that ultimately matter, if you're playing well as a team and everybody is kind of doing their job, then you're going to win a lot of football games. And right now, pretty much everybody is doing their job at least, well enough for us to win. Now, let's go in. We got 20 points. We can get one of these ones down here. Let's go ahead and grab catching by wide receivers and tight ends is more important to me. So we'll do that one. It locks out the other one. So next, we either save up 27 points for this one here, or we move over to the defensive coordinator tab and start knocking out these. We'd have hit power for ends, and we would have a strength boost for our defensive line. And then on this side, it's catching for safeties, stamina for linebackers, tackling for corners, and press for corners. So one side focusing on trench play, obviously, the other side focusing on the secondary. All right. So we are ready to advance to week 5. We're going to be taking on the Packers on the road. Since we won that game, we're going to sim this next one. I kind of expect us to lose, but we'd still be 3-0. We'd have a bye week, and then we play the Bears, who I think we can beat, especially since we have them at home. Will McPherson. Ooh. He's got a breakout scenario. So the key here is, can he get one of those, or can we get one of the... We're not going to get the 250 yards or less, but he could get a tackle for a loss or a sack. Even in a game that we sim, I feel okay about his chances there, but it kind of sucks that he's got that breakout scenario and we won't be able to control him. This early in his career, that could be big. All right. Lloyd Cushingberry, we need to negotiate, and he actually got a boost, an XP, or, an upgrade after that game. So we probably need to... we're going to go like that, and then we're going to up the salary significantly. He wanted $6 million a year originally, but now that he's hypothetically a better player, if you see up there, his fair offer has gone up to more like $7 million a year. So we probably need to get a little bit aggressive here. I'm okay with it because he's still a really good player, and will be for a while. In fact, let's go ahead and increase that bonus back up a little bit, and let's see if he takes that offer right there. Boom. Nailed it. All right. Then Tariq Cohen, he gone. I don't need a 29-year-old, shifty receiving back, although he had an awesome game in that last one. A lot of it's blocking, but use your speed to get to the edge like that and make some plays for me. I like it. DJ Jones is 28 years old. He's a normal dev trait. At defensive tackle, he probably has another year or two before he starts to regress. We're going to go ahead and make this offer for a 1-year deal to try and bring him back. But he is not getting... You know what, though? I don't really care if it's, mostly signing bonus, because we're not going to cut him, and it's just 1 year. So we'll just give him the $5 million and get him locked up for one more season. I don't think we're going to need him beyond that, especially if we pick up a defensive tackle in the draft or free agency or whatever, so not real concerned about his long-term status. All right. Weekly strategy against the Packers. You've got to stop Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he's gone. So Jordan Love apparently coming in and slinging it all over the field. Look at the numbers this offense is putting up with him at the helm. 321 passing yards a game, 129 on the ground. They're throwing it 2/3 of the time, and I think I saw that they were 3-1 as well. So he is doing a fantastic job at quarterback. We're going to stick with the blitz counter strategy, and hopefully that will work. Will McPherson, dude, get me that star dev trait, please. My man, I need you to get it done so that you start to develop quickly and turn into a stud for us. Yeah, we're going to go pass for 275, and we got to get some sacks here. I wonder what's up with Aaron Rodgers. Did he get traded? I assume that he was a free agent at the end of the previous season, and I'm wondering if he just walked to free agency and I wasn't paying attention to it in the off season. It's 2023, so it's been a couple of years. But anyway, that is an interesting little side note there, is that Green Bay is in the post Aaron Rodgers era. Maybe he retired and we missed it. I don't know. Caden Stern's getting an upgrade. That's good. Our backup free safety. And he's young enough that in a couple of years, if we've got to move on from Simmons, he might be good enough to start for us for a year or so. So we'll see how that unfolds. Now, Ajim, yeah, we'll just keep getting him better at power rushing, I guess. It's the scheme fit, and it's what he's best at. So Browning is a decent depth middle linebacker and getting better day by day. Kendall Hinton, don't really use him much anymore. Let's just throw him in the, throw the upgrade toward the slot role, because if we ever need him, that's what he's going to be doing. Wilkins, keep getting better at whatever you're best at when you're my backup. Hopefully the pass blocking comes along. He got 1, and he got 3 awareness, so it probably did come up. Daquan Burgess, the young wideout. Didn't I say we're going to emphasize physical with this guy? Yeah. Just keep getting him better at that one thing, to where if he gets up into the mid-70s, then we can start using him, and maybe he develops into a star dev trait, and we get him up into the 80s in a few years. We'll see. Corey Bryant gets another upgrade. I'd like to see that. Minshew Mania getting one. We got the coolest backup QB in the league. Nick Gervasi, my punter. I don't really care. Give me a power boost. No, it's probably awareness. Yep. Weatherly is terrible. We'll just keep going speed rusher, I guess. I don't really care because I don't use him hardly at all, if ever. I like seeing Meander getting some upgrades already early in his career. Although as bad as he is, it doesn't take long for him to get those initial XP boosts or whatever. All right, Judy, keep on emphasizing route running. And now, man, what is with all... Oh, we got a bunch of upgrades for the win on the short week. Moody, let's keep going power and hope that the pass blocking comes along with it. And it probably did there with the 2 pass block power, so that's good. James Webster getting 1. We're going to go... let's go power rusher. And just kind of try and keep that even with his run-stopping ability. He's already at 331 snaps. Came up with a big sack in that last game. I think we've got a star in the making with that guy. Brandon McManus getting an upgrade. Jeez, this is a bunch. I like it. It just takes a while to cycle through these. He needs to get a little bit better at pass coverage. I should probably put a little bit of focus on that, but if I go with the field general one, it's usually going to get him stuff that will boost the pass coverage as well, so I think that's going to be my strategy. Albert O, go possession. I really got to start using him more. He's fast for a tight end, to where if I do those little drag routes that I like to run with him, he can be dangerous. Just get the ball in his hands and let him run away from whoever's covering him. In a 3-4, it's usually a little bit of a mismatch as far as speed, because he's usually lined up against a linebacker that is more of a like a power rusher type, and he just runs away from him. All right, Javonte Williams, let's keep going with the power back. Emphasize what he's really good at, and we'll find a dash to match with his smash before too long. We've got a couple of decent ones right now, so it's all good. All right, week 5, are we ready? No. We've got Bradley Chubb coming back from injury. This is good. That's good timing because we could probably use him in this matchup. So he goes in as the starting outside linebacker. I need to make sure that the rest of my linebackers don't get messed up as a result here. Jewel would be the backup there. I probably want Kenny Young as my backup here, not Cooper. So let's go like this, and then we'll leave Cooper as the third guy on the depth chart there. And then I need to also go look at these down here. So Chubb is there, read the backup. Jones there, read the backup there. Although, do I want... I think I want Webster there. Unless they have Webster here. Which they do. So... let's go back and undo that. Alright. I think that's it. Now, there was one more person returning from injury, and I'm not quite sure who it would be. Alec Ingold. I know I don't need to do anything with that one. Alright, so let's advance week here and see if we can get a win against Green Bay on the road. It'd be nice if we can get this win and get to 4-1, but I'm fully expecting to get a 3-2. Yeah, we got smoked. Jeez, that was terrible. 38-17. Our defense has to be better than that. Jordan Love is not even that good. And I bet you he torched us. No, look how bad our offense was. Come on, Brett Morris. Sophomore slump is engaged. Dang. Sacked 4 times, picked off again. Jordan Love, 5 touchdowns on the day. Jeez. 13 for 23, 127 yards. 2 touchdowns isn't bad. Intercepted, though, again, and sacked 4 times. Javonte was all right, but not very good. We did a good job slowing down Aaron Jones. Cohen didn't do anything. Stevenson never even got a carry. How about Darius Slayton just torching our defense for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns? Nothing else really noteworthy down here, honestly. Let's look on defense. Did McPherson get his tackle for a loss is what we want to find out. It's not boding well, considering he's not getting... Where the hell is he? Did he even play? 3 tackles? Did we screw up the depth chart there? I'll bet you we screwed up the depth chart, guys. With Chubb coming back, they might have shuffled things around there, and he's not even the starter anymore. Chubb did his job. Nobody else, though. Look at this. Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Zach... I don't even know who the heck that guy is. Kenny Clark, and then Adrian Amos. So they were getting pressure, and Amos had a half a sack and an interception. Nothing real noteworthy there. Nothing super noteworthy there. Alright, I need to go back in and look at our depth chart and make sure that we have McPherson set as the starting middle linebacker. Because I think I screwed that up. Let's go roster. Depth chart. Middle linebacker. And I need to go to sub linebackers and check those. Because I bet you he wasn't in there either. No, see, he's still in there. He just didn't do anything. Okay, so they had him out in nickel situations. And we don't want that. We want him in this game at all times. Now, if we're in a situation where, like, we're in the dime, we'll go with Josie Jewell, I guess. He's significantly better to the point where if it's only when we're in the dime that he comes out of the... Actually, you know what? No. I want McPherson getting as much playing time as possible. I want him to develop. He's not going to be the reason that we lose this year. Although, so far, the games that we've lost, I've been a little bit disappointed with our defense. So he's not going to get his breakout scenario here. But it's all right. If we have to go find another stud linebacker, we'll do it, and we'll just move this chump to outside linebacker, and we'll be fine. Prospect Spotlight. Let's see who we got here. Tight end Cassius Bowden. Ooh, baby. Let's go look at old Cassius, because that's an awesome name, and I want him. Come on. Please be awesome, and let me get you in the second round. That would be stellar. Cassius Bowden. Where are you at, Cassius? Whoa. Ooh, he's deep enough on the list here that we might be able to get him. So we're going to highlight him, and we're going to take a look. A for catching is good. Come on, have some speed. He's got elite speed, elite jumping, elite agility, solid acceleration, great change of direction, and good strength. So he might not be the best at blocking, but holy crap, A, awareness, and A, catching. We gotta get this guy. Oh, man. I mean, I don't really need a tight end, but I think what we do is, depending on when we're picking in the second round, we either like take whoever we think we want in the second round and then try and maybe trade away our third round pick to move up and get this guy late in the second if we think we can. I don't know. We'll see, but with crazy good speed and good hands and good awareness, there's a good chance that that guy is a star or hidden dev trait and could be another like killer tight end for us to add to our arsenal. I mean, I don't know what we would do with Albert O in that scenario, but I'd be totally fine just having Albert O be the third string and having two studs in front of him. That's a really good situation, frankly. All right, plans for the bye week. We're going to get rest and relaxation. So everybody gets morale boost and an injury rating boost. I choose that one every time. I tried the other one at one time, and I think I got like 100 XP for everybody. It was not even close to worth it. All right. Off week, we are going to go full pads. I only have to remember this for like 2 minutes. So let's go ahead, do this, and then we will go get ready for our next week matchup, and then wrap up the episode. So, putting them full pads, you still end up getting rested up because of the bye week. But you get some extra XP, and every little bit helps. So you're better off doing that and staying rest and relaxation than you are with the extra prep and going half pads. All right, so we've got player upgrades. Let's see what we have here. Justin Simmons. Let's go hybrid. He is an outstanding safety. Well balanced and about a 90 in every archetype. Miners is up to a 76 overall. Javian Hawkins, I don't care. Just do whatever you're best at whenever you're that far down on the depth chart. Corey Bryant getting another one. Is he a hidden dev trait? Because it seems like, yeah, I mean, he is developing really fast. That's like his third upgrade already, and all he's doing is returning punts. Meander, just keep going power or whatever to just try and get him as good as we can at something. Sertan getting another one as well. Keep emphasizing. Let's actually go zone. We play a lot of zone anyway. He got play recognition, awareness, and tackle anyway. That probably boosted all of them. Well, it boosted slot. It didn't boost the man one, but that's okay. Oh, they have him listed as an X Factor. Did you see that? I didn't realize that. When did that happen? That is awesome. All right, we got 13 staff points. I think we will go to the defensive coordinator tab and spend 9 of them. Because I can't spend any there. I don't have enough. I could do this one here. What's this? Hit power for defensive ends. We'll take it. Alright. So we should be ready now to sim through the bye week. Right? Is there anything else I need to do here? No. So let's go ahead and do that. And then all I'm going to do is set my weekly strategy for this week. We'll do the other stuff. Actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do that so that I know. Actually, we'll go and do this too. We're 3-2, and they're basically saying maybe we need some help. But I think we're okay. They're going to say that there's a great free agent fit out here, and basically I tell them where we might need help. I'll say defense because I feel like that's where we're struggling right now. Let's go here. Let's just end the conversation. I don't want any of these guys. You know what? I think we're good with who we've got. So just beat it, son. And now, let's set our weekly strategy so that I get us back on half pads. Yes, defend the deep pass against Justin Fields. Blitz, I almost forgot to do it. Ay. It's a struggle. So half pads again. We'll go blitz counter as always. And I think we'll go with our usual goals over here as well. Pass for 2 touchdowns. Get us a bunch of... Actually, see... Okay, yeah, it's still worth 4 points. That one is so easy to get. Let's try and air it out a little bit in this one. I'm tired of Brett Morris underperforming. Let's see if we can get him on track. I don't want to force it. We'll stay balanced enough to where, you know, we can kind of set up some of those pass plays. Chargers did a good job defending us in general to where I just wasn't able to get a lot of deep looks or whatever. So some of that's Joey Bosa. You're just so nervous to try and get rid of the football that you don't give things time to develop downfield. But that'll do it for this episode. We are 3-2. We got the Bears in the next one. Week 7 action will be on tap for us in the next episode. But if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?